We are back, still here at Jet City Comic Show with Zan Christiansen. He is with Northwest Comics Press, and we're going to be talking to him a little bit about what goes on behind the scenes. So tell me a little bit about the projects that you're working on.
So Northwest Press has been publishing since 2010. We publish all lesbian, gay, bi, and trans graphic novels and comics collections. We've released our 5th book in July. Leah Webbington's Legend of Bold Riley, and Leah's a Portland-based cartoonist. Our next book coming out is Dylan Edwards' Transposes, which has a foreword by comics legend Alison Bechtel, and will be in shops in early October.
Very cool. And how long have you personally been writing?
For way too long. So I wrote my first comics, kind of self-published comics, back in the early 2000s. Always been a huge fan, and started going to conventions around that time, and got very excited about getting involved. And so was involved with a nonprofit helping Prism Comics, which is a nonprofit that helps support LGBT creators. Did that for about 8 or 9 years, and then started publishing a few years ago myself. The first book I got published with a publisher is The Mark of Iacus, which is an erotic thriller series published by Class Comics in Vancouver.
Now, it's kind of a two-part question. How has your work been received by the LGBT community and also by the comic community?
I think definitely people who want to read LGBT comics, either because they want to see themselves represented in the stories they buy, or just because they kind of want to see a more realistic depiction of the world, and the world is more diverse than we've been led to believe in the past. So definitely queer audiences are very, very interested in the work that we're doing. We're actually doing 2 shows, 2 conventions this year that are specifically to queer comics and fantasy and sci-fi fans. We're doing a show in Minneapolis next month, which is called Galaxy, which is all queer sci-fi fantasy comics fans. And then there's a show in the end of November, beginning of December, called BentCon in Los Angeles, which is the same basic kind of thing, only on the West Coast. So definitely there's a huge, voracious audience of queer folks who want to read queer comics. And then in general, in the comics community, I think people get it that everyone has their niche or their kind of their audience that they want to reach and they want to serve. And I think everybody supports everybody doing comics. Like when anybody succeeds in comics, we all do, because we're a medium that's underappreciated and undervalued and overlooked a lot. And so I think it's very important that any successes in comics be celebrated, because we're all succeeding.
Very cool. And I want to correct my error earlier. It's northwestpress.com.
Yes. Originally it was going to be Northwest Comics, then I realized that I really was most interested in doing graphic novels and collections. So we really only we did one single issue book, which was a one-shot anti-bullying comic we released last summer. And that's been one of the only single-issue books we do. We have a series that again, The Mark of Iacus, we actually co-published that with Class Comics since we started out publishing. But those are the only 2 single-issue stuff. Everything else has got a spine, get on the bookshelf.
I could sit here and talk to you for hours, but unfortunately my phone is yelling at me going,
"Oh no,
hey, it's time for you to stop this.
Okay.
I need food." So it was great talking to you, and we look forward to hearing more from you and seeing more from you in the future.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye.